Hello student, welcome to next lecture of mobile application development. From today we start the chapter 3rd, that is UI component and layouts. This chapter have 8 marks. This is our first lecture, so let's start. So first we see the learning outcome of today's video. First we see the control flow, that means control flow in the Android Studio, how we can create new project and what is the steps to create the project. Next, then we see the directory structure of Android Studio. Okay, flow means we see the how we can execute practicals. Okay, well, how we can create application and for that what steps are required. Okay, and directory structure that we see. Okay, so let's start. First step is open the Android Studio. After installation, when you open the Android Studio, this screen is appear. Okay, so first is open the Android Studio. Next one, second step is select file. File is one menu in menu bar, and click on file, then click on new, and in new there are sub menu items, new project. Okay, so click on new project. Okay, so this is second step. Next, this screen is appear after you click on new project. Okay, then in that select empty activity. Many activities are given here. We select empty activity and click on the next button. Next, give the project name and click finish. Okay, here we give the project name. Here I give one example. I enter the name experiment number 5. Okay, you give any name to your project as you require. Okay, then don't change default setting. Automatically package name is created, and save location, default location is there. Language, by default it is Java, and you can here in drop down you can also get the Kotlin language. Okay, and then finish. So click on finish. Next, after click on finish, this screen is appear. Okay, here experiment 5, and these two files are generated: activity main.xml, main activity.java. Okay, this part we already see in the practicals. Okay, when we run our first practical, I tell the all steps. Okay, and here is various files regarding your project, and that file we see in the directory structure. Next, to write the program, we have opened the activity_main.xml. okay, so there are two types of file: activity_main.xml. in that file we write the XML code, that is designing code, and in main activity.java we write the Java code. Next, we see the directory structure of Android Studio. So these are the, at the left side the directory structure is displayed. Okay, in that there are various folders. First folder is Manifest folder. Second one is second one is Java folder, then RES folder, and then in RES folder there are different folders: drawable, layouts, MIP, map, and value. Okay, so we see the description of all this in next some slides. Okay, so this is basic directory structure of Android Studio. First folder is Manifest folder. Okay, so this folder will contain the Manifest file, that is Android manifest.xml for our Android application. Okay, so ये folder में एक file रहता है Manifest file. Okay, what is use of this file, or what that file is contain? This file will contain information about our application, such as Android version, access permissions, metadata, etc. of our application and its component. Okay, so it contain the all basic or required information that we required to design the Android application. Then third point is the Manifest file will act as a intermediate between Android OS and our application. Okay, so this file is very important. Why? Because this is intermediate between operating system and application. Then next folder is Java folder. This folder will contain all the Java source code, that is .java files, which we will create during the application development. Okay, so .java files are saved in the Java folder. Whenever we create any new project application, by default the class main activity.java will create automatically under the package name com.println.helloworld. Okay, ये by default create करेगा when you create any new application. Okay, दो फाइल create करेगा by default, एक XML and एक .java. Next one, RES resource folder. Okay, it is an important folder that will contain all non-code resources, just like such as bitmap images, UI string, XML layouts. Okay, so non-code resources are present in the RES folder. The RES will contain a different types of folder that are, okay, so in RES folder, first folder is drawable folder. Okay, it will contain the different types of images as per the requirement of application. Okay, so if we use any images in our application, that image is present in content in drawable folder. Second point, it's a best practice to add all the images in drawable folder other than app launchers icon for the application development. Okay, so all folders contain in the drawable folder. Okay, then next folder is layout folder. This folder will contain all the XML layouts files which we use to define the user interface of our application. Okay, so layout का जो भी file रहेगा, it is present in the layout folder. Then bitmap folder. This folder will contain app launcher icon that are used to show on the home screen. Okay. Second point, it will contain different density types of icons such as HDPI, MDPI, XHDPI, XXHDPI, XXX HDPI to use different icon based on the size of the devices. Okay. Then next one, value folder. This folder will contain various XML files such as string, colors, style, definitions, and a static array of the string or integers. Okay, so strings, colors, styles, these are defined in this folder, value folders. Thank you. So in this lecture, this is regarding this lecture is mainly regarding practicals. Okay, in theoretical there is no question on this topic, but in practical it is very useful when you develop any application or when you perform any practicals. Okay, so remember these things. Thank you.